How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out the band Serpentyne, and the name of this song is Prophetess of Dreams. I believe they have a new album coming out February 14th. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's when the release is. But until then, anyway, we have this song here, so let's check out Prophetess of Dreams. Rangers, go.
Tell my fortune today. Will my luck fade away, or is it here to stay?
Very interesting here. I love the heaviness of this song, and for me, the highlight of this song is the guitar work. I really, really love the guitar work. It has almost like a melodic death metal sort of sound to it, and I mean, it is just, it's heavy. It's man, I dig it. again, I'm trying to like think in my head as I'm talking of like exactly what words to use beyond just say it's really heavy. But I mean, it's crunchy, it's heavy, it's impactful. I mean, it's thumping, like you feel it, and I dig it. I'm here for that. The guitar work was just killer. I love those riffs, and again, just the overall sound. It's so thick and rich, and it packs a punch. And like I said, I mean, it's thunderous even. So I really, really loved the guitar work throughout this whole entire song. I thought it was phenomenal. And then the drums too. Speaking of thunderous, the drums are really just hitting, like you almost like feel, but between the guitars and the bass even and the drums, you almost like feel it in your chest. It just, oh man, it hits hard and heavy. So I thought that was really tight. The drum work, I love the sound of the drums. And then the bass too. Man, the bass is thumping as well. There's times even in the song where the bass is kind of carrying the moment. It's kind of the predominant contributor in certain spots, which I think is so sick. So yeah, musically, I thought this song was really tight, really, really cool. Really, really enjoyed that. And then too, I think where was it? Was it in the? Yeah, it was kind of like in the bridge, which I thought the bridge was really cool. You kind of have like that spoken word, and the music has died down a little bit, but then you hear a little bit of kind of like a piano, which is cool. Really help with kind of the mood of the overall song, because lyrically, it's kind of, it's what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know if like esoteric is the right word, but it kind of has a dark. I mean, speaking of kind of like oracles and prophesizing and things like that, and fate and stuff, and so particularly there in the moment where you kind of hear like the piano and stuff, it really contributes to that sound, especially too where you kind of have that spoken word section. So yeah, I thought that was neat. And then the vocals too. I think she has a good voice. It's hard to say because there's not the way that the lines, the lyrics are delivered. There's not like a whole lot of kind of just overall movement, in her voice per se to really kind of showcase fully what her voice is capable of, because it's delivered so kind of just ba 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 ba, like just really kind of staggered or whatnot. So there's not just a whole lot of like note holding or just note movement. It's all just a very deliberate kind of delivery, which is fine, which is cool. And I think she does a good job, with that. I just would like to hear a little bit more of kind of what she's fully capable of. But, as it stands, I think she did a good job with that. I really like the verses. I like the rhythm of it. I kind of like that style, the way that the lyrics were delivered, and that melody. It just kind of has like a nice rhythm to it. And I really love how the verses are kind of broken into two parts. You kind of have the first part, which is that part I was kind of talking about, that's predominantly kind of the bass that you hear while she's delivering those lines. And then there's kind of like that pause. And then everything else kind of kicks in when she delivers the line similarly, but it just adds a whole new element to that rhythm and that vibe. So, I'm already on board, like I'm already enjoying it, that first half of the verses, but then you get that pause, and then, more stuff comes in, more instruments and whatnot combined with that vocal kind of melody, delivery, what have you. Oh man, it just is tight. The way that they did that, I thought was really cool, because you have that first part, that pause, and then it all comes back with more of an oomph to it, and I was just vibing with that big time. And I thought it worked, because y'all know, if you watch a lot of my videos, a lot of times when there's those like pauses too many times, I feel like it kind of throws off the song in a bit, the energy, the rhythm. But in here, it works in my opinion. I think it works really well. So yeah, I love the verses and all that. And then the chorus comes in, and to be fair, it did grow on me a little bit by the end, and so I'm a little iffy. I'm a little on the fence about it. Before I thought, I didn't necessarily care for it, but now I'm a little bit more on the fence. I'm not fully convinced of it, but I'm a little bit on the fence because the thing about the chorus that I feel is it follows too similar a style as the verses, and I almost just wanted something a little bit more melodic in there, something that kind of changed the pace a smidge, because it can become, I feel like it can become a little bit too repetitive when you have that vocal style, or lyrical like melody style, with that delivery, that kind of staggered delivery. It runs the risk of just getting repetitive, and being a little bit too much. And at first, I just, because you have that in the verses, and then the chorus follows a very similar kind of style, just with a little bit more of an oomph to it. It just feels a little overwhelming at first, and again, almost on the borderline of just becoming repetitive. So I still think that the chorus could have kind of changed that pace a little bit, and not have that similar style as the verses, vocally, the melody and whatnot, and maybe just kind of soar a little bit more, take off a little bit more, have a little bit more of kind of note holding and movement in there, instead of just each word just being delivered like that again. I think that could have helped the song a bit. So, yeah, but again, by the end, though, it's cool, though. It's just, it feels like it's a little too much. So if the verses weren't like that, and then the chorus was, that'd be kind of a different story. Or if, again, the verses are like that, and then the chorus changed it up a little bit. I just feel like it needs a little bit more variety in the vocal melody and delivery in the song, so it doesn't run the risk of just being a little bit redundant. So, yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit more on the fence about it, because I do like it, but just as a whole, it just feels like it's a little bit too much. So I think the chorus could have been tweaked a little bit, to smooth things out a little as far as that goes. But as it stands, it's a cool song. I love that guitar work, just so sick. And again, especially those verses, man, I love those verses. I was just really digging that. And to be fair, before the chorus, you kind of have that softer thing where her voice does have a little bit more of that movement, without saying any words or anything. But then it just comes back in with that same style there in the chorus. So, yeah, I don't know. But still a cool song. The production was good. And, yeah, I dig the heaviness of it. So I'm very curious for the album in February 14th. Again, I believe it's February 14th, but don't quote me on that. Anywho, that's my thoughts on this here. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this bad boy? What are your thoughts? Let's talk about it. I'll catch you next time. Ranger. Out.